Aston Villa, what is going on with you? 5 games into the Premier League and Villa are in the relegation zone with 3 points and already out of the Carabao Cup due to a loss against Brentford. Only 1 goal scored in 5 games, and that was by defender Matty Cash. Where is Watkins, Malen, or the new signing Gesson? Emery is in trouble and needs to turn this ship around quickly. Villa's aspirations will always be European football spots, as Emery finished 7th, 4th and 6th in the previous seasons. Will Emery be able to turn this around again, or is his job in danger? Let's find out. I guess all that is left to say is good evening. Lads, we're 19th as we take over Aston Villa on the 15th of September with 2 points. When I look at my prediction for where I thought Aston Villa was going to be finishing this season, I had them in 7th, lads. I thought they would actually have a decent season. We're really far away from that, but why? In terms of value, players like Tielemans, Rodgers, Watkins, Kamara, Konza, and many more, we're looking at a good side. Even on paper, I think their starting 11 looks great, and so does the bench. Let me show you. The starting 11 last time was Watkins, Rodgers, Buendia, McGinn, Kamara, Gesson, Cash, Konza, Mings, Digne, and Martinez. That was the lineup that actually picked up a 1-1 draw against Sunderland away from home. And obviously, Matty Cash scored that goal. And when you look at the goal scoring issue right now, if you have played 5 games in the Premier League and that man is your only goal scorer, you clearly have an issue. I mean, something is just not right about this team, and Aston Villa fans have been crying out for goals to finally happen for their team. So we have to fix that straight away. I also just watched his press conference now, and Unai Emery is not a happy man. He basically says that his team has become a bit too lazy, not giving enough effort, and that he is not feeling confident. And that is a bit mental to say as a coach. Now, Kamara is obviously injured, out for another 5 weeks. And the same goes for Onana, who's also out for 5 weeks. So clearly, the defensive stability is missing at the moment. Instead of defending, we're going all out attacking. 4-3-3 attack now. With Watkins up top, Jadon Sancho, who's been loaned in on that left wing. Gesson on the right, Rodgers in the center, Tielemans, McGinn now making up the 2 center midfielders, and Pau Torres returning into the starting 11. The good thing is we have some great substitutions in the name of Elliott and Daniel Malen, and also Ian Matson, who I'm a big fan of since his Burnley days. The game has given Aston Villa 66 million, but as we all know, they're struggling with the PSR issues the same way that Newcastle United are. They were not able to spend as much money as they would like to, and that's causing some trouble. And since we are in September, there will be no transfers to start this off, so let's actually test this team first. There might be hope for one thing though, the Europa League. That could be a competition that we actually focus on. So you know what? Let's dive into the first game here to see what this squad is about against Bologna in the Europa League, a team that has done quite well in the past years in Italy. And Bologna definitely wasn't going to be an easy opponent. As we step into this game, they started off with an immaculate run, but Emi Martinez, 2 huge saves in a European game here. We love to see it. And Gesson's cross. Watkins is at the end of it. This team is now starting to score goals, and that is obviously the biggest issue that we had to fix. And Gesson, look at that. He gets himself a second assist in the most incredible way. I'd be lying if I said I actually saw that pass. But lads, it all worked out. We won 3-1 in Europe. After that great victory, I've now signed all the best coaches I can get, given all these players the proper development plans for them. And now, I wonder, how good can this team be without me touching another game until the end of the season? Can we get European football, or will they disappoint? With Kamara now returning from his injury, we're switching over to a 4-2-1-3. Color me impressed, because Aston Villa is in the 5th position with 2 games to go. Why am I showing you the league table now though? Because they're also in the FA Cup finale against Liverpool and the Europa League finale against Nottingham Forest. Now, I won't play any of these games because I want to see where this team stands right now. What I can show you is the team itself. Jadon Sancho on an 82, Gesson now as a right wing up to an 83, Morgan Rodgers 84, Tielemans and Kamara obviously solid players, Watkins solid, defense is looking alright, not that much growth in there. And we do have a massive issue coming up in the next season. As EA does on FC26, they've sold Yuri Tielemans without me allowing it to happen. We are about to lose one of our, if not the best player in this team last season. And guess what? Liverpool have also signed John McGinn. I would have never sold him. This is a player that I keep in this team forever. I'll go down even further. Is there anyone else that is leaving this team? No, thankfully not. I believe this issue will be fixed within this week. So this transfer issue is around and we'll deal with it as if it is something just throwing rocks in our way. Against Liverpool, the team does win on penalties. They've done it. Jadon Sancho decides it in the end. Isak and Gakpo have missed. Aston Villa have won a trophy. Imagine if that actually happens. That'd be sick. Can they also do it against Nottingham Forest, the European trophy? No. Ndoye scores in the 104th minute. Lads, FA Cup is nice and all, but a European trophy would have been immense. Especially because it would have qualified us for Champions League football. We end the season in the 5th position. Europa League, I'll still take that. Maybe we can go for it this time and win it. Numbers-wise, Jadon Sancho, 32 and 10. If Aston Villa have a buy option, I have to sign this man. That's an unbelievable season. Sancho is back to his Dortmund form. SR has done well, Watkins too, and so did Morgan Rogers. And so Liverpool get Tielemans and McGinn as we go into the new season. How will Emery solve it? And after those sales, we have 254 million in the budget. Initial budget was 195. What happened to PSR? Now, obviously, I'm not going to spend it all, but Jadon Sancho needs to return into this team. And we need to... Actually, do I need to sort out the CDM position? Onana has everything that I want in a CDM. So I might as well just keep these two there. And so the top scorer of Aston Villa last season returns. Jadon Sancho is back, and we signed him for... about 46 million. Normally, I wouldn't suggest doing that, but because he has performed so well for us, it just makes sense. He goes and takes over that left wing position once again. He's also now back into the national team. Good to see for him. Want to see something funny? All these players who have 11 months left on their contract, including Matty Cash, Mings, Barkley, and all these players, I tried to negotiate a new contract, and none of them want to engage in it. Great! Whoever's done the testing on this game should definitely get a raise. With Maatsen taking over the left-back position at an 82, and both of the defenders being above the 80, Matty Cash is the only one who's on a 79, below the 80. Unai Emery likes his Spanish players, so Mingueza from Celta Vigo is joining our team. It's not a young talent. It is someone who is experienced, and that's something I want to do more often in FC26. Something that you guys have been suggesting plenty of times in the comments down below. He comes in at a rating of 81, lads. And that's a +2 upgrade on Matty Cash. There is now competition for that spot, which is something I want to encourage. And he comes in with decent amounts of pace, great passing, dribbling, defending, and physicality with 3 decent play styles. Now, I believe everyone is watching football in the Premier League. This guy has the long throw trait, which probably is like the go-to for teams like Arsenal. You gotta have the long throw or you won't make it into the squad. You wanna see something absolutely infuriating that is ruining my season? The team sold Morgan Rogers. They sold Emiliano Martinez. They sold Buendia, Barkley, Lindelöf. This is nuts. I don't even know what to do at this stage. I'm just waiting for the January transfer window to save this season. Because now we are sat in a 14th position with just 19 points. And so we're signing the replacement of Rogers, a man who has been playing in Italy, and before that he was at Club Bruges. This is, of course, the tall lad that Emery is greeting. Charles de Ketelaar is now joining Aston Villa for an astronomical fee, 74 million. I'm thankful that I had this insane budget to start with, but he takes over that cam position with an 85, and it's actually kind of funny that Manchester City picked up Rogers because he obviously used to be a Manchester City player. So the Ketelaar comes in now, left-footed, 25 years old, amazing stats on him as you can see right there, and precision header, low-driven shot, incisive, inventive, aerial fortress, technical. He can do anything in that cam position. So I'm really hoping this will be a catalyst for us to move forward and get a lot done. But First, I need to find a new goalkeeper. With Martinez, we lost all the experience, and now David De Gea makes his return to Premier League football at the age of 36 after an incredible season, and maybe even this year as well on top of it. At Fiorentina, we're going to bring him into our team. Even though saying that, I believe Fiorentina has started off badly into the season. De Gea, probably one of those goalkeepers where you look at it and think, what was Manchester United doing? Why did they let him go? I get it. He was making mistakes and everything, but clearly there was still a world-class goalkeeper there. And I thought, you know what? Let's get him back into Premier League football. I'm really happy that De Gea is now part of this Aston Villa squad for at least a little while. As long as he stays above the 80 rating, I guess I'll keep him in that starting 11 and not replace him. 37 games into the season, we are in the 12th position, miles away from any European competition that we can take part in. But, well, we were part of the Europa League again, and we have made it to the finale against AC Milan. And AC Milan's best player, Santiago Gimenez, 8 goals in 13 matches. And as we go into the total stats, you can see he has 23 goal contributions in 37 games, whilst Rafa Leao has 31. And that, by the way, is a new thing that you can do on FC26. At least I can point to some good things. AC Milan, here we go. Watkins, immediate chance, and Magnon is flying. And that's something you'll see plenty of times, and I'm telling you right now, this is an epic game. De Gea makes a huge save for us, but AC Milan off that corner do get the goal for themselves. It is 1-0 at this stage, and Villa needed to step up their game. Sancho, incredible moves down the wing, the cross all the way to the far side. Ketelar inside to Watkins, and I told you, Magnon is an incredible goalkeeper. And here we go. Watkins gets the ball again. 32 minutes. This time it's the woodwork. We just cannot score the goal to equalize at this stage. But good passing play and nice movement from Guesson. And a ridiculous strike from our right winger is getting us back into this game. 1-1 at this stage. 38 minutes in. Everything to play for. Down the left now. Jadon Sancho to make it 2-1. He's through 1v1 against Magnon. And of course, the Frenchman does win that battle. Now down the right we go. Guesson is the one who has done the most so far. Finds Watkins, and Watkins decides, I'm going backwards. And Daniel Malin, who got subbed in, makes it happen. It is 2-1. We're winning the Europa League, and Emery is doing it again. Is what I thought. Until the 90th minute came around. Pulisic just absolutely rocked my defense. They were bouncing off of him. It was like I just wasn't allowed to go ahead and stop him. And now it's 2-2. We're going into extra time. And in extra time, well, I tried. It was AC Milan starting off with Gimenez. Good passing play on top, and Nkunku makes it 3-2. One of the most epic comebacks I've seen so far, especially against me. But hey, I'm not one to give up. Daniel Malin down the left, cuts back in. 2 defenders sent the wrong way, and he finds Guesson, the man with the biggest impact on this game so far. 105 minutes. It is 3-3, and AC Milan were close to getting another one, but De Gea was there. And we went into penalties, and De Gea saves us once. We score with Watkins as they take their penalty with Nkunku. De Gea goes the wrong way this time. It is still advantage for Aston Villa. Santi Gimenez and De Gea again. We keep going. De Ketelar scores. 2 penalties missed for them. De Gea could be the hero. He's up against Pulisic, who was on steroids to ruin our defense earlier for the equalizer in the 90th minute. De Gea, once again, he saves the team and he wins us the European trophy that Unai Emery is so accustomed to. Europa League belongs to Aston Villa. The lads are celebrating it big time. They earned it. This was one of the most insane finales I have played so far. So how does that David De Gea purchase look now? Incredible, doesn't it? Watkins is our top scorer this season, followed by Jadon Sancho once again. Desson comes in with 35 goal contributions, and the Ketelaar is still getting used to Premier League football, but he's up to an 87. Mings and Bizot, their contracts are running out this time. Oh, seems like Leon Bailey is leaving us as well. They've given us 231 million this time. And who knows, maybe we'll need it because some of our players get sold in this first transfer window, even if I do extend their contracts and all of it. But what I can say is, Torres is stuck at that 81, and that really bothers me because the rest of the defense has gone up in their ratings. And I also want to bring in a bit of competition for Onana here and, yeah, just entice him to grow more. We keep up the trend of bringing Spanish players into the team. This is Mario Gila joining us now. 37.6 million for this lad. 82 rated, so not necessarily a huge upgrade because again I want to entice the competition in this team a little bit more. So Gila comes in right-footed, 26 years old, 89 pace, 83 defending, 80 physicality, and he does have the long ball pass along with the jockey. And for the CDM position, well, Athletic Bilbao has Prados available, and this is probably the last Spanish signing I'm gonna make. All right, I am done with the Spanish signings, but I just wanted to make him because, you know, Emery, 40.2 million for this lad to come into our team. He is 81 rated, so definitely competition for Onana, which is what we like to see. And now our bench, generally speaking, is looking much better as well. Actually, I do need a backup striker, and Watkins could be sold any minute without me knowing. He's not from Spain, but he speaks Spanish. Castro, the Argentinian from Bologna, is the next signing we're making for 40 million. This is a striker. 40 million is a decent amount, I would say. Not too excessive. Comes in at an 81 rating to back up our man. And that way, Illing Jr. drops off the bench. And here we go. This is how we line up now. Castro comes in, 22 years old, 83 pace, 80 shooting on him with 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, no play styles. Still a great backup and someone who could turn into our main striker one day. Well, Amadou Onana has been signed by Arsenal, and the young talent Özcan has been signed by PSV. We keep losing players. It's tough out here. Aston Villa have finished 10th this season. Something that I would have never expected. My squad is way too good to finish there, but clearly there's an issue. Attacking wise, we have world-class talent. Midfield, we're slowly getting there with Camara is there, but Prados needs to get there still. Defensively, I don't know what's going on. Matson is class. Gila is still growing. Konza is on an 85. I think I have to spend big now. Next summer, we're going to go ahead and sign a new right back that is very high rated. And also a new goalkeeper who can keep on growing. De Gea has gone back up to an 84, which I do really appreciate, but clearly that's not enough. Oh, and great. Ollie Watkins is joining Liverpool when the transfer window opens. He is worth about 61.5 million. Hope we're getting good money for him. I guess we need a new striker as well. And Pau Torres is leaving us to join Leipzig, with Matty Cash joining Leverkusen and Illing Jr. joining Juventus. We should be getting a lot of money that we can spend. Oh, it keeps going. Crystal Palace for Nedeljkovic, Garcia to Galatasaray. Okay, then. Just sell my entire team. Initially, I had 185 million, but now we have 316. First, it's Liam Delap joining us to replace Ollie Watkins. He sat on a bench at Chelsea. It is just not happening. Joao Pedro is the main man. He comes in for 60 million. Chelsea will be happy that they can sell him on for a profit. 85 rated, amazing pace, shooting, dribbling, and physicality, paired with the power shot and enforcer playstyles. Still stuck behind Alisson. He's tired of it. Mamardashvili is joining Aston Villa, and he wants to be the number one, and he can get that spot for 70 million. He joins us at a rating of 87. I'm going all in. I'm spending all of my money after all these years of losing all my players. This is a much-needed transfer window. And putting Mingueza into the deal, I'm getting an Englishman for the right-back spot. Tino Livramento is leaving Newcastle and joining Aston Villa with immediate effect. In real life, these two clubs are obviously fighting for the same position, so I thought, let's just go for it, man. 86 rated. I can't wait to try and use him. Where the hell is he? There he is. He has 87 pace, His good passing, dribbling, defending, jockey playstyle on top of it. I gotta tell you, I'm not happy with how my team has been torn apart this whole time. But this transfer window, I think I deserve it. I deserve buying these players right now. EA keeps taking them away, and it might still take away a bunch of these guys by the end of this transfer window. It all finally paid off. Aston Villa have won the Premier League title with 79 points. Oh, what a jump. We've finally done it. FA Cup belongs to Arsenal, and the Carabao Cup belongs to them as well. But I couldn't care less. My team is incredible. You know, this squad that we've put together now with this last transfer window, it made such a big difference. And I'm so happy that things have finally worked out in this team and push for the Champions League next time. And well, Liam Delap has settled in nicely with Gesson, Sancho and Ketelar supporting him. Let's get some backups, shall we? Mohamed Ali Cho is one of the highest potential left wings in the game, so I decided to sign him for Aston Villa. Coming in at around 40 million. We have so much money to spend, don't you worry. 83 rated. That is going to be a nice little upgrade to our attack. As you can tell, our bench is very lackluster. Cho now, 25 years old, 86 pace, 84 dribbling with a rapid play style on him. And the second winger now joining us is, of course, Spanish. He is Miguel Rodriguez, joining us for about 32 million at this stage. I'm bringing in all the talent I can find to try and push for that Champions League trophy. He is an 80 rated player at this stage, 26 years old, decent amount of pace, okay dribbling. Feels like he should be a cam, but yeah, he can play right midfield as well alongside the right wing spot. Next up is Alexandro. This is the centre-back from Lille. They have been bringing out some great talent in the past, and I need one. This is a centre-back that I think will be maybe pushing our centre-back in terms of the starting 11 spot, because he does come in at an 84 rating. He is now 29 years old, don't get me wrong, left-footed, 6'3", really good play styles on him as well. And he could put up a fight against Sheila, especially because he's left-footed. That left centre-back position might be interesting for him. But I feel like we have made some great signings now. I want to see what this team can achieve. All right, I gotta say, this season in the Premier League, a bit shocking. 4th position, 71 points. Manchester United have won it with 90. I need to see their team right now. Who do they have? Who was their top scorer? Benjamin Šeško. Mbeumo. Cunha is there. Arda Güler has joined them. What the hell happened over there? United, congratulations. You've done well. Community Shield belongs to us though. Yes, big trophy. And we have the FA Cup going Stoke City's way against Hull City. That's an epic finale I would love to see. And then the Carabao Cup has gone Liverpool's way. But of course, we have one thing we want to focus on, and that's the Champions League this season. 14th in the regular league phase, which is shocking. In the playoffs, we got past Inter, 5-4, tough one. Round of 16, Juventus, another Italian side. Quarterfinals, it was Manchester City. Semi-finals, it was AC Milan. And now we're up against PSG. Ousmane Dembele has just won the Ballon d'Or. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Do you think he deserves it? I personally just have to say the fact that Salah is 4th is absolutely insane. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but still, I think even if you are unbiased, you can look at this situation objectively and understand that the guy had an insane season at that age. So professional, so helpful to his team, developing as a player at that age to get everyone involved into the football they are playing and getting assists and all that stuff. It's so impressive. And then the third category is like fair play and all that stuff. The guy's all about it. He never does anything wrong. On the pitch, off the pitch, you never see him be an aggravator. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Dembele, actually, by the way, I think he deserved it. I'm not going to say he didn't deserve it. I'm just saying that Salah shouldn't be 4th. But anyways, yeah, we see Aston Villa here against PSG, and that's the battle we're going to step into ourselves. Let's jump into the squad real quick and see what's going on here. So we have everyone still part of the team, which is absolutely massive. Konsa has gone up to a 90 at the age of 32. I don't know how he's doing it. And look, there's something I want to mention real quick. A lot of people on FC25 content were saying like, oh yeah, he's like playing around with the potentials of the players and all that stuff. Lads, mods are not around. They are not here yet. I'll let you know when the mods are here. these are the ratings I'm seeing. 90 rated Konza, okay? So just so you know, it's not mods. It's just gameplay. It's just winning things. It's just making the right decisions and staying on top of development plans all the freaking time. But that starting 11 is really good, of course. I can't wait to use it. And stats-wise, Gesson could be up for the Ballon d'Or. Delap could be up for it. Jadon Sancho could easily be up for it. But I wouldn't be surprised if none of them win it somehow. But hopefully, one of our players will get it done. Let's quickly take a look at PSG, by the way. A Ballon d'Or winner up top. Kvaratskhelia on the left wing. Have they made Dembele a striker in this game? I'll check that out in a bit. Baratashvili on the right. So 2 Georgian players possibly in the starting 11 there. Fabian Vitilia, João Neves, Robinson, Hausen, Hernandez, Gusto, Chevalier. Carreras on the bench. He probably plays instead of Robinson. Zaire Emery, Enzo, David Raya. Yeah, okay. PSG is insane on this game. Now, passing play has been the key to success in this game for sure, because as the defenders are marking players, once you play a pass, they keep tracking those players, which opens up room to run into a lot. So let's say you pass the ball forward and you pass it backwards to the man who actually played it forward. That man will have space to run into, which he normally doesn't. So that's maybe a little tip that I can give you guys for FC26. Gesson with the first shot. Beautifully played down the wing. Gesson will cut in. He'll play it back and we'll hit it. Wow, I thought that was him for a second. Prados, the CDM. Gesson needs to come close. 1-2 with Ketelar and off we go. Another pass. Another move. Gesson might be through. Tight angle. Yep, that's tough, but that was our best chance so far for sure. Kamara with a bit of space. Tries his luck too. Madsen catching up to Dembele, but Dembele actually is through. The Georgian fails to score, and we get very lucky. Down the left goes Jadon Sancho. The straight counter-attack. Here goes Delap. Delap, what a terrible skill move for me. I ruined that, didn't I? I guess I'll have to find Kamara here. Hit it. Kamara hits the crossbar. Jumps again, and he doesn't score. Nice, good steal, Livramento. Prados. De Ketelar. Down the right, Gesson. Now, I'm going to whip this. No, I'm not going to whip this in. I'm going to play it twice and then not score. Lads, what's happening here? Oh, bro, can someone please stop this? Mayulu, big talent. Mayulu nearly wins it for PSG. Wake up, team. Wake up. João Neves plays it through. It's the 91st minute as PSG win it. I can't believe that just happened. Wow. One of my first Champions League finales on FC26. And I lose to a late goal. But the only thing this shows me is I've found the right difficulty, the right sliders. If you are a player that is easily beating Ultimate Team, ask me, I'll give you my sliders. But this is, yeah, that's not what I wanted out of this Champions League finale. Congratulations, PSG. At the end of the day, it was a fair fight and you won it. No Ballon d'Or, no Champions League for any of our players, but it was a joy. We have won the Europa League, which Emery is obviously known in winning, and at least we had fun doing that and building a great team. Sometimes it works out in the end and sometimes it doesn't. This time belongs to PSG. If you guys want to see more FC26 content coming up, please make sure to subscribe to the channel as we're pushing towards 600,000 subscribers. Have a good day, take care, and peace.